So, guys joining me this morning. I feel a little off. We have these long weekends with a holiday. It really just throws off my days. And what am I doing? What day is this? And I'm realizing I wasn't here Monday. So this morning I had to wake up and think Wednesday, Ashtanga, restorative. What I want to start off this practice with is just to kind of recap. Over the weekend, I decided to go visit my family in North Carolina. I haven't seen them since a wedding that I attended in May. And I try to go every 3 to 4 months ever since my dad had a major stroke a couple years ago, because he can't hardly walk and he can't hardly speak. And it's just nice to go visit with him and help out my mom and give her a break and let her go take a bath and, do the simple things that we probably take advantage of or take for granted. My sister, who has had breast cancer this year, was one of my dad's caretakers. And when she discovered she had breast cancer and had to go through that extensive surgery in February, she called us all and she was like, I can't show up anymore. I can't go help mom. Luckily, I have another sister there that's able to help out. And they've been doing fine. It's really nice how my dad is plateaued. My mom's been able to handle it all without my sister being there every day. But my sister had just finished chemo at the beginning of August. And then last Wednesday, she had a reconstructive surgery. She had her port taken out and ovaries taken out. 3 surgeries in one. So that's really why I wanted to get over there to just see her and be with them for a little bit. But while I was with my sister, I was surprised at how well she was doing. Her attitude was good. Like she was struggling to get up and down, from the chair, but she has to walk around to prevent blood clots. So she was walking around a lot, had a lot of energy, and she was even reaching into the refrigerator for something. I'm like, should she be doing that? Like, doesn't that hurt? And she was like, I just can't lift it over my head. This is okay. Of course, she was all on pain meds too, because it was so fresh. But anyway, the couple of days that I was visiting with her, I said, please let me do something for you because I'm not here. Like, I know you have tons of friends and family, like, bringing you food and giving you gifts and gifting you new pajamas and all of this stuff, but what's something that I can do? Can I buy you all some dinner and go pick it up? And you know what she wanted? She wanted my elbow. She loves my massages that I do with my elbow on the top of the shoulder and down through like the trapezius zone. And for years now, every time I go visit, she's like, come massage my back. And that's what she wanted. And it was actually kind of nice because when I saw her after her first surgery, there was no way she could handle it. And this time, that's what she wanted. She just wanted some touch. She just wanted, and think about the fact that, while she was going through chemo, she couldn't even sleep in the same bed with her husband. They had to sleep in different rooms because she's toxic, right? Or was filled with all these toxins. So it was nice to give back to her in that way. And it was also nice that, she couldn't take too much pressure. So I could sit and do it for almost an hour, It was no problem at all. But anyway, I'm telling you all this because in the end of this practice, in Shavasana, I know that when I'm teaching here, I'm recording, so I'm in front of the screen. I can't necessarily get out into the room as much. And because of what's been going on, I've been respectful of space. However, if today you're okay with me being in your space, and I don't care, I will respect your boundaries. It doesn't bother me one bit. But if you want an adjustment in Shavasana, we used to do that all the time before the pandemic, and it's nice to have that touch. If you want to be a recipient of the touch of me adjustment, I'm going to come around and do that for you today. Because it just helps you drop in and get a little bit more relaxed. I also thought that because we're rolling towards the full moon, that we would change up the practice a little bit. And I'm also catering it to any of us who traveled that may have been sitting a lot over the weekend, whether you were sitting on the boat on the lake or whether you were sitting in a car on a train or plane. I thought we could work into the hips a little bit.
So I'll be changing it up. So when we get to the B Surya Namaskars, when we typically go into Warrior One, the first couple, we're gonna do a couple different variations of crescent lunge. The third one, we'll do Warrior One. And then when we get to the sitting postures, we're gonna work on pigeon and double pigeon. If you need to flip to your back, if regular pigeon in this way is not going well for either your hip, knee, ankle, or back, remember you can flip here and do this number, okay? You can even link your hands and hug in. So there's always that alternative. Sound good? Let's begin. Let's come to a comfortable seat. Resting your palms downward on your lap. Allow the crown of your head to reach upward. Allow your sternum to do the same. Notice when your sternum uplifts, the shoulders naturally fall down and back. And if you're not getting that natural occurrence, then drive the shoulders down away from your ears. Connect to the tip of your sits bones. Balancing equally between the left and the right. And close your eyes. And once you develop better posture, pay attention to how this feels in your form. Do you feel weak or strong? Is it easeful or not? And then begin to incorporate your deep yogic breath. Increasing that intake of oxygen into your lungs. And then expressing it back out. Let this pranayama center you before we begin. Creating a mental assessment of where you're at in the now. You'll notice any shifts or changes at the end. Now let's begin to crack the lids of the eyes open, and you're gonna come up to stand. If you wanna come up the Kundalini way, you can try without the hands, lifting the knees, pressing into the feet, and coming up. Walking forward to the top portion, and stacking and aligning both legs, and solidifying both feet. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra prayer position at the heart. Set your intention for being here today. Dedicate your practice to someone or something. And then inhale, let your arms float up alongside your knees. As you exhale, fold over into your Uttanasana. On your in breath, you can lift and lengthen out. And on the out breath, you can step it back and lower down to that low push-up. Inhale, you can bloom into up dog. And as you exhale, you can roll back to down dog. Now we're gonna hold down dog for 5 complete breaths. Elongating the vertebrae and opening up that space behind your heart in the thoracic area of your back. Remember, in the start of the practice, you may need to bend your knees to get as much height in your hips as possible. On your next in breath, let's go ahead and begin to travel the feet forward. You can meditationally walk, you can lunge, you can float. But when you come to the top of the mat, lift halfway up on arrival, and then exhale, close back into self. Root down to inhale, come up. And then exhale, Samasthiti. we'll continue inhaling. Exhaling. Feel free to use that Ujjayi breath. Inhale to Ardha. Exhale to Chaturanga. Dandasana, four-limb staff pose. Inhale, rise to up dog, open up the heart. And exhale, curl the toes under and roll back. Downward facing dog. Let your head hang between the arms. Keep applying pressure down through your hands and feet. Next in-breath is going to take us to Ardha Uttanasana at the top. However you want to arrive is fine. And then exhale, spill down from there. Inhale, come on up to stand. And exhale, reset. Going into the third, inhaling, open up and expand. Exhale, fold. And draw in. Inhale, open up and out. Exhale, step it back and drop and hover. Inhale, lift. Elongate your neck away from the shoulders and exhale. Use your core to roll back to downward facing dog. Listen to the sound of your breath. Let that be your meditation. Inhale, feet plant at the top, elongate the spine. Exhale, drop back in. Inhale, standing all the way up. Arms reaching skyward. And exhale, Samastiti. Fourth one, inhale. Exhale, notice the difference already in your body, in your hamstrings. Inhale, open up. And exhale, take it back and lower. Inhale. And exhale. Keeping the breath rolling. Remember, within the breath is energy, and within energy is consciousness itself. With that heightened state of awareness, we expand and evolve our state of consciousness. One reason why we often feel so much better at the close of class. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, drop in, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, Samastiti. All right, we're gonna do one more A. Inhale, expand. Exhale, fold from the hips. Inhale, sprout. And exhale, lower to the chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, roll it back. Creating this inversion. Finding something specific to look at. All through yogic philosophy, it talks about the seer and the seen, the observer of what is observed. Purusha with Prakriti. Inhale, feet land at the top. Opening halfway, and then exhale, lower back in. Completing the A's, inhale, coming up. And exhale, hands down. All right, we're moving into B. Inhale, take bent knees, hips back, arms up. Exhale, fold straight down. Inhale, pop up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Remember, you can always skip a Vinyasa and hold down dog in the mix. Once you roll to down dog, we'll inhale, set the right foot forward first. We're coming up to crescent, except when we lift the arms to crescent today, we're gonna link onto the elbows. Now notice which arm is crossed on top. Square the hips, and then I want you to lift through your floating ribs. And when you lift through your floating ribs, you might get an ever slight little bitty back bend. Exhale, hands down. Step it back. Take the vinyasa or choose downward facing dog. And then inhale, left foot steps through. Arms lift, crescents. And you're gonna link your arms the opposite way. Front knee aligned over the ankle, back thigh plucking up towards the sky. Floating ribs, lifting a little higher. Setting the drishti. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step back. Exhale, chaturanga. Again, you can always skip the vinyasa, especially if your energy's lower today. Come back to that rhythm of the breath. Night with. Inhaling Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, close in, belly chest base. Inhale, Utkatasana, knees bent, arms lift. Exhale, reset. All right, we're gonna change up crescent on this one. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold and tip forward toward your toes. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, chaturanga. I don't feel like bouncing back to chaturanga today, but you can, of course. Once you take the vinyasa, we'll inhale right foot forward. This time, arms lift overhead. So reaching the fingertips up, palms facing one another. Put an ever so slight bend in your back knee. And feel the difference in the iliopsoas. Good, hands down. Vinyasa or down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Arms lift up. Breathe. Chin parallel to the floor. Concentrate and release the hands. Take this last vinyasa for this particular thumbs out. Remember, if this starts to feel a little exhausting, you can always sink to child's pose. Sometimes when we get off our routine, it can throw us off energetically. So pay attention to that. Inhale, feet land at the top. Exhale, straight down. Inhale, Utkatasana. And exhale, Samasthiti. All right, one more, warrior one. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pop up. Exhale, you can step or float to your chaturanga. Let's begin with the right foot. Right foot steps through, back heel lowers down, rising again. Front thigh opens out, back thigh circles in. All right, hands down. Continue. Left foot next. Warrior one. Front thigh rolling open, back thigh rolling in. Activate your bandhas. Root lock, belly lock, chin lock. And release. All right, I feel like we lost the rhythm of the breath, myself included. This is a great time to reinvest in the breath. Doesn't have to sync up with your neighbor. Inhale to the top. Exhale, release. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands are. All right, we're gonna skip the folding forward today. And you guys on this side of the room are welcome to face the inside. You guys are welcome to face this direction. You just won't mirror each other. Once you separate your feet nice and wide.
Is it okay if it's down?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, go ahead. Right foot's gonna turn out, whatever makes it easier for you.
Okay.
Arms reach out. Lengthen out over the right leg. Straighten out the right leg. And then windmill the right hand down to the shin, ankle, or foot. Good, lengthen out through the vertebrae, roll open through your chest. Band the fingers wide on that top hand. Direct your energy upward towards the pinnacle. And then inhale, come up. All right, you can relax your arms. Right foot turns in, left foot rotates out. Arms lift, shoulder height. Lengthen out over the left leg, straighten out the left leg. And take Trikonasana. So triangle in Ashtanga is different than triangle in hot or Bikram yoga. Band the fingers wide on that upper hand. Again, roll over through the heart center. Gaze up if it doesn't straighten the neck. If it does, neutralize the neck or look down. Inhale, come up. Good, exhale, hands down. Left foot rotates in, right foot rotates out. All right, now we're still not good here because that back foot needs to turn in more so that we can square the hips better. All right, we're going into reverse triangle. Lift your left arm. And as you exhale, you're going to rotate to the right. Bringing the hand down to the leg or to the ground or block. Your right arm can stay resting at your right hip, or it can lift overhead. Ready? We're going to turn and rotate the feet. Left foot faces the short edge. Right foot offsets. See the hips. Right arm reaches. Exhale, bow out. Bringing the hand down where it's comfortable. Twisting to the left. Left hand reaching up in the air. And breathe. And inhale, draw up. Exhale, turn your feet. All right, now look at your feet, because remember we have to hop the feet with that last pose. Line the toes up on one straight plane. Lift your arms out shoulder height and make sure your wrists would line up over the ankles, and then rotate your right foot again, 90 degrees. Lunge the knee. Bring the elbow to stack on top. Left arm can reach up or across your ear. Now, you can also set your right hand to the ground. And if you like to bind the arms, feel free to do so. Different expressions. Inhale, let's come up. Right foot turns in, left foot rotates out. Arms lift up as you lunge the knee. Bring it down, back arm up. And then take another expression of your liking. Go to a place where the channel of the breath is clear. And then inhale, draw up. Exhale, relax your arms, turn the left foot in. Rotate your right foot out. Now I'm going to spin off the back knee. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can bring the elbow to the outside of that front knee. You can also set your left hand to the floor and right arm up. Exhale, unwind, plant the foot in the back to safely come up. Good, right foot turns in, left foot turns out. Keep rolling onto the ball of the back foot. Keep rolling around to the left for your twists. And then picking the one that you prefer today. Good, unwind, plant your right foot, safely come up. Now extend your legs again, feet parallel. Take your hands to your hips, shoulders roll back. Keep the sternum open as you hinge forward into Prasarita Padottanasana B. Balance your weight evenly on the feet. Left and right, forward and back. Benefiting from the inversion. Let go of any grinding in the teeth, any gripping in your lips or jaw. Inhale, root down to the feet, come just halfway up with your torso. And then as you exhale, let your arms release. Now, if you want the A version with your hands down and your elbows squeezing in, that's fine. If you want to just relax the arms through the legs and let the crown of the head be face down towards the floor, you can also do that. Hands to the hips, root the feet, and slowly come up to the back of the heart. All right. We're going to turn the right foot around to the short edge of the mat. Hop the back foot forward and turn that foot inward and square the hips. We're going to cross the arms behind the back today. And notice which arm is going to link at the bottom. Similar to what we did overhead in crescent. When your feet are really grounded, go ahead and slowly cascade over the right leg. If you can, gaze towards your right foot. Squeeze the right hip towards you. Keep the breath flowing. Mind focused. Your gaze steady. Inhale. Keep your arms laced behind your back and rotate around. So the left foot's in front, offset your right foot, square the hips. And then crisscross the arms the other way. If you're doing reverse namaste, you can stay. Lift your heart, exhale, roll it down. Take your time in the process. Squeezing the left foot towards you. Looking down towards your foot. Activating your breath. Calming the state of your mind. Exhale, turning the feet, relaxing your arms. And then we'll step to the front side of the mat. My feet are on fire right now. Are you feeling that today? Okay, we're gonna go into our balancing poses, the Vinyasa ABC. So I am gonna modify today because I'm feeling off in my body. I didn't do any yoga while I was gone. But you know, the more advanced one, you tie the toe, you open up. Feel free to do that. I'm not going there. So broaden the base of your left foot. Stack and stand on it properly. And either tie the toe or lift your knee. And you can always just have your hands to your hips and allow the knee to lift. You don't always have to hold it. Open to B. To A. To D. Arc the right foot. Savasana form in the right leg. Your version today, Vinyasa A. To B. To A. To D. Okay. So different lineages of yoga teach Utkatasana differently. I think there's benefit to both, really. And different lineages of yoga teach Tadasana differently. So personally, I originally was taught in my lineage to have ankles, knees, hip points aligned with some space in between the big toes. To me, that feels very balanced. But there's other lineages that bring the feet side by side and together. To me, I feel slightly awkward, but this might be better for you. So we're going to explore the feet together in Utkatasana today. And one reason I want to do this is I was reminded I need to do this occasionally. When I went to go visit my family, my dad, who is mostly in a wheelchair, but he can get up and walk a little bit. My mom was getting frustrated with him because when he was getting up and down from his chair, they were trying to go off to church. You know, they were limited on time. And she was like, you don't have to have your feet together. And, you know, one side's more kind of was the paralysis side. And he has to step it over and he wants it side by side before he stands or sits. To him, that's his balance. So I was telling her, I'm like, Mom, everybody's different. If that's what makes them feel safe, let him do that. Okay, so we're gonna try it out. So our feet are together. We're gonna bend the knees. And sit back at the hips. You can lift the arms. You can have hands in prayer. You can also have the spine more erect, the throat open, and the arms like creating a sequel for this temple of body. 3. Exhale, we're gonna fold. See when I fold, that feels weird. So I'm separating my feet. It may feel great for you, okay? Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, let's take Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. How can you create a little bit more space in your spine? By working your hands and arms. Perhaps working your feet and hips. Maybe a blend of all. On your next exhalation, go ahead and land down to your knees. We're gonna bring the legs out in front of us. Okay. Flexing through the ankles, activating the quads, lifting the arms, folding down, Paschimottanasana. Last week we worked on hand positions. I don't care which hand position you take today. Just fly the heart out over the knees if possible. Send your eyes out towards the toes. Level of flexibility. And let go of any desire for more. Inhale, let's draw up. We'll bend the right knee. We'll open from the hip for Vinyasa. Arms lift up. Exhale, fold over the straight leg. Remember, it doesn't matter how high or low you are. We're gonna lift the right knee again. Now you can keep the foot here or cross it over to the opposite side of the straight leg. We're gonna take a twist. Before we do that, kind of lean back, pull the navel in and twist through your waist and core. And then hug that knee in, set your right hand behind your back. Plug the right fingertips down and fly up through your head and heart. And then continue to twist on upward through your spine. Your mid back to the upper back to the neck. Good. Exhale. Let's unwind. That twist felt so good. All right, right leg out. Bend your left knee. Open from the hip, Vinyasa. Lift your right toes and fingertips, and then exhale, lower it down. You can always clasp the hold of the foot. Reach that far, or as you can. Control your breath. Try not to go down any rabbit hole in your mind. Breathe the thoughts away. So you can be focused on what you're doing now.
Inhale, come up. We're gonna lift the left knee. Foot can stay here or cross over. You lean back, it can help to rotate the belly so it's not getting stuck at your thigh. And then wrap your right arm around, the left hand sets behind your back. And then increase the length of your spine before rotating around through your mid back, upper back. And neck. Affirming here as you hold. I radiate my love, goodwill, and compassion to soul, friends, everyone. All right, we're gonna bend, cross that left foot back and side your right leg and then bend the right knee. Now your feet are gonna be more ahead of your knees here. Instead of doing boat pose, we're gonna do some different core work today. So as you inhale, the arms are gonna lift up and you're gonna feel like a straight back. And as you exhale, you're gonna contract your core, reach the arms forward and come to the back part of your sits bones. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, contract and round out. Good. Inhaling. Exhaling. Let's do two more. And last one. Inhale when you come up. Bring the feet together, open the knees apart, and fold over to Baddha Konasana. So next Wednesday, we're going to be a little bit more traditional since I'm changing it up today. This is going to be the beginning of us getting into the hips here. So those of you that may know already, you need to flip to your back. This is a good time to go ahead and do that. If you're good. And you just want to go right into pigeon. Your left shin will be out in front. Your right leg is going to extend out behind you. And then make sure your hip points go fairly even and you're going to coast down. Now you can rest on forearms, you can stack fists, or you can just melt down to the ground. Just allow yourself to give in to gravity. Working into some deep hip work can sometimes open up the tear ducts of the eyes. Over the weekend, my son had my mom hook her computer. They don't have Fire Stick or anything. He was like, can you hook your computer up to the TV? Because I want to watch this concert dedicated to Taylor Hawkins, the Foo Fighters drummer that passed away. They did this big concert over the weekend in London. All these different artists got together. Man, you talk about a watershed moment. Taylor's 16-year-old son got up and played drums in place of his father. And it was to the song of You Are My Hero. So if you want a good cry, you can Google that.
I saw that. It was amazing.
Wasn't it amazing?
He's amazing.
Yeah. He was killing it, gosh. Inhale, we're gonna come up. Before we go to double pigeon, we're gonna walk the hands over towards that left foot. Now, you can stay as you are here. Yeah, this way, yeah. You can stay as you are. And Jeff, you will just go that way since you have your right knee in front. So you can just be here, or you can take a hold of your back foot, holding it with your hand, or bringing it into the crook of the arm. This is mermaid. So if you send your front knee more towards near that. Yeah, and then come back to the pigeon. There you go. And then there you go. Okay, you got it. And if you switch your hand to the inside of the big toe, it'll open up the shoulder and chest.
Okay.
I know I'm getting you all.
No, I need
awkward.
these tips.
And then, of course, the more you pull the foot in, you're gonna get a deeper quad stretch, but also be cautious with the knee. Make sure your knee's healthy and available for that. All right, release. All right, we're gonna bring that right leg around and we're gonna double stack. So the way I do this, I grab the right heel and I put it on top of the left knee, left foot underneath the right knee. This might be totally awkward or unavailable. If it feels like this just is crazy, just put the foot over and you'll be able to relax into it more, and it's fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna work around the clock here. So lift up through the shaft of the spine. And the first thing you're gonna do is lean out over your left knee and right foot. Almost like you're going towards like 10 or 11 o'clock. The sequence that we're doing is actually a great kind of prep for lotus pose. If you're ever trying to build up to lotus pose, but you're maybe tight in those areas, or you need a good warm up, good for that. All right, walk your hands now towards 12. So you're falling directly over the center of your lap. And again, don't worry about how high or low you are. It's not about that. It's about what you're gaining access to, what you're opening up. Or trying to get unstuck. Because there's some days you don't feel like it's opening, but you may feel like you're getting a little movement, a little circulation there. And then walk it over towards your right knee. So moving more to like 1 or 2 o'clock. Now when you build up, we're gonna sit a moment, crossing the right arm behind the, or it said right, and I took my left. Right arm behind the back, and then the left arm below that. Head is up, chest is open. Just breathe. Release the arms. Slide your left foot out, take your right shoe down unless you need to roll to your back. Left leg will then go behind you for pigeon, square the hips. You're on the top of the left knee and thigh if you're doing this form, or you can join Cindy, who's gonna demo the other position in that. Come down to the level where you want to dwell for a bit and hold for several breaths.
move towards mermaid. So your hands walk in, you twist to the left, and maybe this is enough. Maybe you want to take a hold of the foot, big toe side. Holding the foot or drawing it into the crooked yawn. Reach out. Lift that left foot, swing it around, catch the heel, see if it's possible to double stack or double pigeon. Again, too awkward, totally uncomfortable, just hop that foot over in front. And then we'll start off just lifting up energetically and then turning towards the right knee, so more back towards 1 and 2. Try to stay on both sides of your seat if you can. Did anybody travel over the weekend? You did? Did you need this for your hips?
Yes, 7 hours in the car.
Me too.
Yeah.
Which direction did you go?
Lexington, Virginia.
Okay. We were kind of similar. I went to
North Carolina,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and you definitely you did really well. Yeah.
Anytime you travel, open the hips afterwards.
Mhm.
All right, move it towards 12 through center. By the way, the full moon is Saturday, I believe. And it's a great time to do more yin restorative type practices. It's also a good time to do hip openers. Go ahead and walk over towards your left thigh. I am doing a restorative yoga and pranayama workshop on Sunday here at 2:30. So if you get into a spin this weekend, know that that's available for you. Gently bring it up. Left arm behind the back. Right. So when I did this pose yesterday, I noticed I was getting back busy. So come to the top of the sits bones. Draw the ribs in. Even if that left knee wants to float up a little bit. Notice when you lean forward, it drops. The spine erect. Sit with it. Separate the feet and just kind of switch the knees. Side to side. Show wide twist. Straighten out your legs, kind of bounce the knees. I'm gonna let you choose today. Do you want Halasana plow and shoulder stand? Do you want bridge and wheel? Or do you prefer headstand and child pose? You may want supported bridge and waterfall. Just create a couple of versions. I'll let you. Oh, she's going for row. Or no, she's going for headstand. Shasana 1 and 2. She just demonstrated 2. Was it the pressure of the head?
No, I just haven't built my core back up
Oh, gotcha. Yes,
because the core has to keep me up.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Only been a few
You're
weeks.
so close though. You held it. Julie, I want you to notice something as you're in that pose.
pose. It's just a self-correction. You see how the legs are coming towards your face? And feel, well, keep it that way for a moment, but feel what's happening in your lower belly.
Yeah.
Now bring the feet forward so they're more over the hips and notice the belly's more open. So with waterfall pose, we want to keep the lower belly open. So that's better for the alignment purpose. It's not gonna hurt you to do it the other way, you know, there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. Just the intention is to keep the belly open. Those of you working in shoulder stand, walk your hands towards your shoulder blades and then pike up your legs and point your toes. And so really lift through your legs so there's less weight coming into your back. Even though you're still gonna get the weight and the length. Beautiful. When you're ready to exit out of your inversion, you can set up for savasana. Okay, before you get too rested, who does not want me in their space? It's totally fine. Who doesn't want touch? Okay, cool. So since I'm gonna be walking around and adjusting, I just want you to just allow yourself to drift into relaxation. Talk yourself into relaxation. Maybe go through each body part and relax each one from your feet to your head. Or observe your breath.
To enliven the breath, also create a little movement in your body. Then usually exiting the pose that you've been mounting in. Arriving to a comfortable sit. We are habitual creatures, so if you were sitting cross-legged before, swap the position of your feet. Let your hands rest on your lap. The head up in a lofty way. You may feel as though you're already there. Because as we infuse ourselves with prana, as we open up the body, it's easier to sit. It's more easeful to sit straight. Putting your hands together, remembering who or what you've dedicated your practice to or towards, even if it was yourself. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Namaste. Great.